Hi, this is Wanda from Lil Rose Artworks, and I have my helper here today. One of my favorite helpers. This is again Pearson. You might have seen her on our Valentine's Day project, and we have a very spontaneous project today. It's part craft and it's part artwork. We're also baking bread, so you might hear things. We have a lot of stuff going on today, but this is something she wanted to do. She wanted to make a magnet. Now, I use these magnets that feature my artwork in them at our art gallery. And the reason we do that is, a lot of people want a piece of art. They want something to be able to take home, and sometimes it's not very affordable. So I try to make some little pieces that they can take home, and then plus they're useful. And this one in particular signifies something very special. This is where our art gallery is, which is Flint, Michigan, and this says Flint Vehicle City on it. We have an event there that is run every year. It attracts international people, and so I did the artwork piece on it, and then I use it to also promote the area, and people come in and we sell these. So it's part artwork because it is my artwork that I have done, but it's a craft as well, and it's a lot of fun. And she wanted to do one, so we're gonna make these little magnets today. What you will need: a baking pan. It is a silicone pan, and it's used for cooking, but I use it. It's a perfect size for my magnets. And how does it measure? It measures, Miss Pearson, gonna put you on the spot here. So the interior is about 2 1/4 inches wide, and the length of it is about 3 3/4 long. That's the size that I have and that I use. I have other sizes that I use for my resin work, and this is a resin piece that we're doing, but this is perfect for me. So we're using a baking pan. They release really, really well. We also have a board, and we learned last night the reason for using a board, didn't we? When you try to pick up a silicone mold full of resin, it's a bit floppy. So if you place everything on a board, you can easily pick up the whole board. Photos, you take a picture of your artwork, you go to Walmart, you feed it in there, and you tell them you want the 2 wallet size. And that's perfect for this. You have to cut it down a little bit, but it's still perfect for this. You need some rare earth magnets. Now, these magnets are tiny. They're really strong. You can get them on the internet, and she's showing you that we have done some bases already, or I have done some bases already. And these are about a 16th of an inch deep. The size of them, a 1/4 of an inch across, and this way it's 1/16. So they're actually very tiny, but they're very powerful. And we need Mod Podge. This is Mod Podge. I just put it in a different container. We have our gloves, we have our resin, we have our paintbrush. So we're going to get started on how to work this project. The first thing we're going to do is pick out your image. The second thing we're going to do is we are going to pour our resin in our mold, and we're going to add 1 rare earth magnet. We have our resin poured out in our equal measurements, and we are using Alumilite Amazing Clear resin today. So I have them already measured out for her, and she's going to mix them together in the container. Oh, hold on. What do we need? We need to put it on our board. Now, she's going to drop 1 magnet into the bottom of the mold. And now we gotta wait until this sets up. All right, these have set up, and now she's ready to demold. We did do some other colorful ones. All right, so now she's going to measure what she needs this picture to be cut out to what size. But that's all right. Let's see if that fits. That's good. We want to take a little tiny bit more off the top. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It looks like it might be a little bit uneven. I'm going to try to straighten it up. But for your first one, not bad. So our image fits pretty good. You do want to have a little bit, we're going to cut a tiny bit more here because there's not enough distance between, so we're a little crooked there. And then we're going to take the Mod Podge and we are going to start coating the bottom of our resin mold. So go ahead with the Mod Podge. Let me just check this one more time. Perfect. We have a little bit of gap all the way around. She's going to Mod Podge the bottom now. Now we're going to put this in as centered as we can. Make sure it's down well. And we're going to wait just a little bit and allow that to dry. We're going to do several coats over this. So right now, we're going to let this dry.
Go for it, Grandma. Is it almost done?
Yes, last coat.
Okay.
Now she's left me. Her friend called and they had things to do, so Grandma is on her own. Well, she got this all nicely sealed in with our Mod Podge. It's not popping up anywhere, so that's ready to go. We're going to mix up the resin. So no matter what color you put on the bottom, on the top, it's got to be clear so you can see your image. This is a super easy craft that can showcase your art. So that's why we kind of included it today, because it is a craft. But again, it's using your art. You can promote your art. You can highlight your art. You can give people an opportunity to own a little piece of your art that is also useful. Take your image and you're going to carefully pour this on. Now you're going to see me, I'm going to go around the edge, but you don't really want to go over the edge. And what we want this to do is to mound. So I'm coming up to the edge, and I'm going to use my stick here, my craft stick, to kind of guide it out to the edge. And I'll judge whether I need to add more or not. So I can see it ends about here, my edge is here. So I'm going to kind of guide it out there. Now this is one where you get down low and take a good look and see where it's at. I really don't want it to go over the edge, so I'm just kind of teasing it to the edge. And you do want it to extend all the way. Now the cool thing about this stuff is actually you can kind of guide it pretty well. You can take a little bit and run it along the edge. And I wear bifocals, but I have to take them off so I can see better. See right there, you can't really see it, but there is, it's not quite touching the edge. You'll see a little gap. And you want to bring it all the way to the edge. So kind of a craft, but using your own artwork. And we're going to let this firm up, and we'll take a look at it when it's done. All right, and here we go. Here's our magnet. Sticks very well. It is my artwork in magnet form, and there you go. There you have it. Have fun, enjoy. You don't have to do your artwork. You can just do family photos or anything like that. All right, thanks for joining us. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Oh, don't forget, like, subscribe, please.